welcome back. And now we move to our next session where we will discuss the first P of the marketing mix, which is product. And our topic for the second module is product planning and development. Products define customers, competitors, and marketing mix. Ang ibig sabihin nun, whatever you chose as a product, it will define kung sino yung customer nyo, it will define kung sino yung competitors nyo, and at the same time, it will also define paano nyo bubuin yung inyong marketing mix. What is a product? A product is anything that can be offered to a market that might satisfy a want or a need. And as we mentioned in the first lesson that we discussed, any product should be a solution to a problem. A product is also more than a physical product. It includes services, places, persons, and ideas. For services, again, you go to a barbershop, that is an example of a service. And of course, for tourism industry, which we badly miss in this current situation, we are selling different places like Palawan, Cebu, Manila. So there's a word that is called destination marketing. And for persons, can use different artists as an example of people being marketed. And last but not the least, ideas. And the best example for this is JA. JA, or Junior Achievement Philippines and Junior Achievement Worldwide, is an idea that promotes entrepreneurship all over the world. And those are examples of products. Now we proceed to the 3 layers of a product. And as you can see, there is core, actual, and augmented. One example of explaining the 3 layers of product is first, core or functional layer. For example, this iPhone, the core or functional layer of this iPhone is to be a platform of communication where 2 persons or 2 people can communicate from different locations, even if it's a remote area. So that's the basic or core function or core layer of the cell phone as a product. Next is the reality or non-functional layer that focuses on emotional stimuli. Again, even if your product is great, you need this second layer of the product because it gives the imaging or the emotional attachment of the consumer to the product. So there you go, there's brand, packaging, and the design of the product. And of course, we mentioned also the benefits of the product, meaning you add other benefits other than the core layer that the product promised. Last but not the least is augmented or value-added features, which is not part of the product but more of the service. So some examples are after-sale service, warranties, repair service, or toll numbers. That's why in the car industry, the automotive industry, Toyota is number 1 on that particular augmented or value-added features, because when you wanted to find a shop and you want your Toyota to be repaired, it is readily available. If you're looking for parts, you can easily find different auto shops offering original Toyota spare parts. I know it's early, but after the discussion, I'm expecting that all of you will conduct a Zoom meeting or a Google Meet among your group to discuss the 3 layers of the product that you are thinking for your entrepreneurial endeavor. And besides that, we mentioned that these different features of the product, which also belong to the different layers of the product variety. For example, shampoo, there are different variety of a particular brand, quality of that product, and the design, again, we mentioned, features, brand name as the secondary layer of the product, and packaging, size, service, warranty or returns. That is the augmented part of the product. Again, as you can see, it's not a simple product. Again, there are 3 layers of a product, and you can tweak your product accordingly based on this following elements. So it's up to you kung ano yung pwede niyo o gusto niyo gamitin among these elements, but keep in mind, to make your product successful, it must be something that solves a problem, and it must be something that addresses or contains the different layers of a product. Now we move to pricing, which is another interesting P in our marketing mix. Sabi nila, according to study, 1% increase in volume adds to 3.3% increase in profit. However, 1% increase in price adds 11.1% increase in profit. Ano ibig sabihin nun? It means that a slight change of your price can increase your profitability. Therefore, you must think very deeply and very cautiously kung ano yung price point na ibibigay nyo sa particular product nyo in order to ensure profitability. And as the research shows, product or price increase adds 4 times effect to your profitability. When you're crafting your price, you follow this process. First, you select your price objective. Ano bang reason, ano objective nyo for choosing that price in accordance to your customer, in accordance to your competition. So yung 2 elements na yon, sabi nga ni Kinichume, yung price nyo dapat is getting the inputs of those 2 important elements. Yung customer, kaya niya bang bilhin, gusto niya bang bilhin sa ganung presyo yon, sa tingin niya ba sulit yung price na yon, it adds value to him or her. Second, yung competition, because when you price, you will be placing your competition on a different position. Either you become the most expensive product on that category, or you become the most affordable product in that category. It's up to you. Again, what's your price objective? Bakit ganun yung price na yun? Second, determine the demand. Again, as I mentioned, malaki ba yung demand? And if that's the case, you can increase your price. Kung konti ang demand, again, you should study kung ano talaga yung presyo nyo para mabilis yung acquisition ng product nyo in terms of customer acquisition. Number 3, estimate the cost. Of course, there's a cost involved in producing a particular product. Number 4, as I mentioned, analyze competition. Hindi pwedeng out of the blue you will price your product without no reason at all. No? Analyze competitor, cost, price, offers. Number 5, selecting price method or pricing strategy, which we will discuss here. And last but not the least, finalization of your price among your group. So that is the process on how you craft your final price for your product. And right now we'll discuss the different pricing strategies. So right now we have penetration, contribution, market scheming, value pricing, and competitor pricing. Penetration pricing is a price strategy to penetrate the market. It's a low price strategy to secure high volume. Kumbaga sabi nga ng mga in-check, bali ng mura basta marami volume, o maliit ang kita pero marami namang order. So that is that concept. Number 3, typical in mass market. So you go to Divisoria, it's a mass market. Household, any goods in Divisoria, the reason why people are coming there, it's a mass market. Of course, hindi lang doon. Sa mga palengke natin, may mga mass market products tayo doon. Again, maliit ang kita, pero high ang volume. So, it covers the profit of your organization. Number 4, sustainable for products with long anticipated life cycle. Ibig sabihin nun, for products na mga raw materials or yung life cycle niya, hindi siya perishable, okay siya. No? Meaning, magandang strategy siya. Or sa supermarket, of course, all are madalang lang naman yun yung mga food products na matagal din naman ang shelf life, 2 months. So those are, you should think about this strategy in terms of your product. Ano ba siya? Matagal ba yung kanyang life cycle or mabilis lang, then another price strategy can be considered if not. Last but not the least, useful if launching into a new market. Again, you're using this one to penetrate a particular market, to penetrate a particular geographic location or market segment. Kailangan makapasok agad and you use penetration pricing. Second, contribution pricing is equals to contribution, selling minus variable cost or your direct cost. This is, for me, a basic pricing strategy which, if I may, I will not recommend to you. You find other strategies because, again, let's enumerate the definition. Prices set to ensure coverage of variable costs and a contribution to the fixed costs. Second, similar in principle to marginal cost pricing. Break-even analysis might be useful in such circumstances. Parang dito gusto mo lang maglagay ng tubo para lang mabawi yung kapital mo. 'Di ba yung mababa yung mindset kung ganoon yung para lang mabawi yung kapital kahit na maliit yung tubo. Pero paano kung maganda naman yung product mo, 'di ba? And organizations are meant to make profit. Organizations are meant to create profit because without profit, the vision, mission of the organization will not continue, will not be fulfilled. Therefore, it must be profitable. And kung contribution pricing lang yung gagamitin natin, medyo mahihirapan. This is a case, a problem that I wanted you to solve using this formula. Selling price minus variable cost is the contribution price. So the variable cost of producing each unit of a product is 25 pesos. The business has annual fixed cost of 100,000. It is expected that sales volume of 10,000 can be achieved if the product is priced competitively. The business has an objective of at least breaking even during the year. What selling price should be charged? So I'll count to 10 and hopefully you can give your answer because the next slide will be the answer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the answer to this question is the contribution pricing or selling price would be 35 pesos. So ganun lang. So try to imagine. You just add the formula, no? 100,000 coming from the fixed cost and then 10,000 is the sales volume. So fixed cost divided by sales volume equals 10. So that's the contribution price plus the 25 pesos. That is the amount or the cost per unit of a particular product. So you just add 10 pesos. Yun yung pinaka contribution price nung na i-add mo. So medyo maliit siya. Next, market scheming is another pricing strategy. High price, low volume. Ito yung scarcity. So I'm an organizer of Toycon and yung mga art toys design, another, kumbaga isang niche market yon. And you can see art toy designer selling their toys at a high price kasi nga 100 pieces lang yung binibenta nila. And there are other products, high-end products that are doing that. Or for example, we have a sneaker boom right now wherein Adidas, for example, maglalabas ng Yeezy, limited numbers only. And it's selling like 15 to 20,000 and ang resale value niya can go up to 30,000 or more. So those are example of price scheming or market scheming wherein there's scarcity kaya tumataas yung presyo regardless of the quality. But more or less, most often than not, it's high quality product. It is meant to skim the profit from the market. Suitable for products that have short life cycle or which will face competition at some point in the future. For that third explanation, the example would be like nung unang lumabas yung iPhone, yung unang lumabas yung GoPro, those are products that used market scheming as a strategy. So again, GoPro, of course, this medical breakthrough is also expensive during the first time it was offered. And again, of course, I cannot see you, but I want you to give 3 products that is using market scheming as a strategy. More or less, these are new inventions na may patent. Kumbaga wala pang kaparehas na product. And of course, if you have that, you can use market scheming as a price strategy para mabawi mo agad yung capital mo and tumubo ka ng malaki because you took, ang logic doon, you took higher risk in offering this product to the market, and now that the market is enjoying your product, it is only right for you to profit a lot from this risk-taking endeavor that you conducted. Ganun talaga ang negosyo, di ba? So again, examples are iPad. Hanggang ngayon, since wala siyang katulad, Apple priced it high. Next is, again, GoPro, and you have the drones that are making the photographer and videographer's life easy because you can take beautiful shots sa ere. Next is value pricing. Price set in accordance with customer perception about the value of the product or service. So that's value pricing. Ang sinasabi rito sa definition na to is sa perception ng customer, magkano niya babayaran yung isang bagay. One example is this bag. How much are you willing to pay this one? Last year, the price of this bag is this one. It's 19,169,936.88 or 379,261. So the peso dollar value fluctuates, but ang presyo niyan from once upon a time is 19 million. So are you willing to pay that bag in that particular cost? Kasi it's a Birkin bag. And of course, may mga bumibili niyan. It's one of the most coveted bag among the elite. No? Kaya, again, value pricing is all about the perception of the customer, how much she or he is willing to pay for that particular product. So sa mga high-end market, it's not about the price. Yung value na nakikita nila dun sa price na yun, yung exclusivity, yung feeling ng superiority they gain from having that particular product. And of course, it's this bag is an albino crocodile bag, which is very rare. Second, encrusted with a lot of diamonds. Kaya medyo mahal siya. Another is competitor pricing. In a case of competitor pricing, rivals have difficulty in competing on price. Too high and they lose market share. Too low and the price leader will match price and force smaller rival out of the market. Sa strategy na ito, we are compelled to follow pricing leads of rivals, especially where those rivals have a clear dominance of market share. Ang ibig sabihin nun, kung ano yung presyo ng kalaban mo or yun nga, going rate, yun na lang yung presyo mo. You cannot price high kasi mawawalan ka ng customer. You cannot price low since na pag nag-react yung big player at binagsakan ka, matatalo ka sa profit, malulugi ka. Kaya kung ano yung going rate, you just follow what your competitor is dictating. Especially if that's the leader is dictating that this is the going rate of a particular product. Ang example nun is gasoline station, more or less. They cannot price that low first or that high because they are regulated. Too low dahil pag nag-react yung mga bigger players like Petron, Caltex, and Shell, magkakaproblema yung mga smaller players na mag-adapt dun sa mababang presyong ibibigay ng bigger players in their industry. Another pricing strategy is cost plus. Cost plus is calculation of the average cost plus a markup. This is another pricing strategy that I don't recommend because we wanted you to create a high quality product na you can profit more. And cost plus, although it's being used in the manufacturing company, pero if you're a brand, you don't use this, you price because of the image or the other features that your product can provide. So the formula is AC, or average cost, equals total cost divided by output. Now, we move to this different considerations when, again, you are crafting or you're selecting your pricing strategy. Again, we go back to the demand and supply. Pag malaki demand, pwede kang magtaas kasi malaki ang demand. So, it's a buyer's market. Pag maliit ang demand, pwede kang magbaba ng presyo para mapataas mo because it's a seller's market. Sa supply side naman, if the supply is too much, again, babagsak yung presyo kasi sobrang dami ng supply. For example, sa ating agricultural produce, kung marami yon at sobrang dami, kailangan nila ibagsak, kundi masisira siya. Or if the supply is low, then tataas yung presyo. So this demand and supply economic, basic economic 101, may kinalaman yan sa pricing strategy mo. Again, bigger chunk is competition. What does your competition, ano yung ginagawa ng competitors mo? What does your competition is currently doing? So you have to check it before you create your price. Next is profit. Again, we wanted your organization to be profitable. That's why we price for profit. That's our rule. Price for profit para you can sustain your operations and you can continue your business and you can continue your vision, mission, and goals. Again, another factor, less government intervention ba or more government intervention? Freedom of choice of consumer is something to think about, and motivation and self-interest ng mga consumers in buying that product. So these are economic characteristics that you should study before making a decision in arriving your final price. In summary, we price for value, we price for profit. Remember that. Kaya if you're pricing, it's okay. There are companies that price or profit 100%, 200%. It's not bad. The more that you are profitable, the more that you can improve your product, the more that you can offer better product to the market because you have the resources to continuously satisfy their needs. And again, it's not bad to profit. Kaya nga, negosyo siya. At hindi lang naman yung product ang kailangan kumita. May gastos kayo sa mga tao, sa operations. Therefore, kailangan lang yung risk na pinasok nyo should be rewarded. Yun yung isang bagay kung bakit tayo nag-negosyo o nagiging entrepreneur. We want to work hard and we want to be rewarded accordingly. So that's it. We're down to two more. That's it. We're down to two more P's in our 4 P's of marketing. We'll take a break, and as we take a break, I want you to talk amongst yourselves kung ano yung product nyo at ano yung pricing strategy na gagamitin nyo, coming from the learnings that we discussed from our product and price. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on our next module.